Okay, sorry for the darkness in here because I'm doing an afternoon video, and as you know, and you have seen my other videos, I live in a dark, not dark, but almost dark, because I have to block most of my windows because of radiation. I live in a city, so I get a lot of cell phones, and every single pole, almost every single pole, they have these little tiny wireless box that have them on there. So if you drive by like a town, a little town or something, or if you've seen like your telephone poles, if you've seen these long, it's kind of like grayish box, that's actually the wireless stuff that they're sticking in. Instead of sticking these big cell towers that a lot of towns and things opposed to, they stick these little things. And that's what basically the new internet would be. Now they're going to, if you haven't heard of it, Elon Musk started a company. I forgot what it was called because I hate it and I chose not to. Skylink or something like that. Anyway, he's planning to give everybody, cheap internet so he can fund his things. But in the meantime, people like me would have to suffer. But anyway, this video is not about that. It's just that I'm explaining why I live in the dark. And yes, I do live in the dark. He got me inspired today to do a video. And you're going to learn a little bit about grounding. And most of the time, the misconceptions of grounding. Stay right there, please. Most of the time, a lot of people put out a lot of, we'll move the camera so you can see him. They put out a lot of misinformation, or they don't understand. So this video is, I'm going to explain it to you so you can understand the simplest method about grounding. And if you have not heard about grounding, check out the video. I will link it onto here. Usually it's like right here in this little corner right here. Actually, on this corner right here, do you see a little eye? That's where, if I link something, it will be always up here. So check that out. I try to make things as easy as possible for people, because most people are not like me. They can't be able to find a lot of things. Believe it or not, I tried to put everything in the description, and they still can't find it. If you look some of the videos, like, they'll ask me things. I'm like, it's in the description. Anyway. You all heard about my other videos about grounding, and I have it right here. And this is my bracelet. And right now it is about almost 8 o'clock in the evening, so I get a little light left. That's it. Thankfully we're in the summer, and I just turned on one of my light, which is I believe is about, I think, 40 watts. Yes, if you have not seen my other videos, you should check that out, because I turn all my house, not turn, but I have no choice but to use those incandescent bulbs that makes lights really horrible. And yes, I do live in the dark. I do live in, I have a lot of LEDs, and I have a lot of stuff, but I can't use them. So I live with incandescent bulbs, the old Edison bulbs, which is kind of sad, but hey, I don't have a choice. And I'm not seeking for sympathy either, because that's my choice. Either suffer or I breathe freely, like now. Anyway, as you may seen, you see these little bracelet right here that I use for grounding, and it's plugged in. And the reason why I'm doing this video is to teach people how things work. And like I said, there's a lot of misconception about grounding that a lot of people do not know. And then they pump out these videos, and then they try to sell you this, they try to sell you that, they do this, they do that, and then all the misconceptions about grounding. So this video is going to be a little long, If you don't have time, and if you don't have anything contribute, if you do not have anything positive to contribute to my videos, please don't believe anything there, because first of all, I'm going to delete it. It's going to be a waste of time for you leaving things, negative things anyway. Because if you think that you are better than I am, please make videos and try to teach people. But if you're not, I'm not here to win a Nobel Peace Prize, or I'm not here to teach anybody. I'm just here to share what I've learned. That's what basically is about. Most of my video is about that. So, and plus I do it on my spare time. So even if this is a crazy video, think it's a crazy video. But one thing that I will always tell you, I don't know what crazy is, but I will always know what crazy does. Please remember that quote, okay? Anyway, I don't know why I even bother saying this crap on a video. There shouldn't be. But I live in a world that people attack me all the time, and they do. Each day I delete a bunch of things off my channels, and I don't know where my channel's going, to be honest. Truthfully, I don't know. But I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it in a good way. I'm going to do it in a teaching way. And if you get something out of it, great. If you don't, hey, and if you think you're wasting times on my channel, whatever, just don't subscribe to it. Don't click the bell. You won't get notified. You won't get anything. But if you want to learn something that I learned, and if you want to teach me something, write me and teach me something. I'd rather have you to teach me than attack me. But anyway, now let's get back to here, because I'm off-winded, and I don't like to do things like that, because I don't like to live in that world. But anyway. So, what is grounding? The basic things about grounding is that all you're doing is you're sending the signals that came from your body here, like everything come from our body, and send it to the ground. Wait, hold on. I'm going to turn on the video really high. I mean, I'm sorry, the lights. Maybe it'll help me too. There we go. So basically, you are just sending all your energy to the ground. That's it. And by using a bracelet. Okay? For this case, it's a bracelet. You can literally just make anything and stick them into the ground. If you want to go to Home Depot and get a 6-foot rod and stick them to the ground, that would also work as well. There are people who make separate grounding because they're afraid that the electrical grounding would kill them, like a thunder strike, or people live in buildings and they're afraid that other people will use it, blah blah blah. So that would also be another thing too. Okay, so remember that. I'm gonna turn on another light just to see if I don't think it'll make a difference, but like I said in my video, I try. It might not make a difference, but I'll try anyway. So that's what basically this is grounding. And the easiest way to understand, and you will see, if you search on YouTube, you will see a lot of videos about grounding. And let me tell you, and I will make this as simple as you can. As I can, I'm sorry. Your body have a battery. When you are grounding, you're giving the extra, okay? The extra energy to the ground. And usually, and yes, I know exactly when it actually takes place too. Usually about 15 minutes, your body starts to change. And remember, and I will always give the credit to the person who discovered this, is Clint Ober. I mentioned him in the other videos, and I'm not promoting him or anything like that. He just the one that discovered it, and I always give him credits for that. He discovered that. There were times that I always thought that our energy in our body was always have extra. And I always said to myself, there gotta be a way to discharge that. I said there has to be a way to discharge that. And when I look into it, and that's when I found grounding. When I started to see grounding, that's when I started, aha, you can discharge your batteries, your internal battery. That's what we are. So that's what basically is. That's what basically grounding is. If you search on YouTube, you see a bunch of them. They're talking about this, they're talking about that. Some of them make a career out of it. Hello. Please remember, there's nothing complicated about this. There's no science to this. There's nothing. I will teach you the science. I will teach you how it actually works. I will teach you all that so that way you don't have to sit there and wondering this and that. They telling you this and that. You got to do this and that so you can stay healthy, blah, 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 blah. I saw this video. This guy did like, I don't know, half an hour to an hour of about grounding. And he talks about crap that doesn't, hello. To be honest, truthfully, it only take 1 second. You're sending this to the ground. That's it. Basically, simple as that. It's just, now, I'm going to tell you how it works. That's what basically this video is. This video is not about grounding because I already told you, it should take you 1 second to understand. You're sending your signals to the ground. That's it. The ground absorbs it. But this video is about learning. This video about me teaching you the concept. So that way you can understand it further, okay? Because nobody taught me how. Please remember that. Nobody, okay? Not even my own father taught me. I taught my father this. So please remember that, okay? Sorry, I have to take a little piece of paper. Now, he inspired me doing a lot of things, like today, for example. I'll put this paper aside. Because of him, I thought of it today, and I'm going to teach you guys. Okay. Now, he always lay on my bed, just like that. If I lay close to him, he would take his foot, and he would touch me with it. Okay. Now, this dog, as I stated many times, this dog taught me a lot of things. He also taught me about grounding too. And why he does it. Dogs actually grounds. Believe it or not. Yes, dog actually ground. I will tell you when. They will lie next to you and they will bump close to your body. Some dogs would take their butt and sit on your legs. Sit close to you and they bump into you. Sit on your lap. Lie close to you. Like sometimes he would lie close to me and he would touch his foot. He would literally go and touch his foot. Sorry, he has something on his... He was always make sure at night he would touch my body. Sometimes he would dig his nails into my body, like my skin, that were like, oh, I would be hitting him. I do feel sorry from sometimes that I do hit him by accident, not like I don't do it intentionally. I mean, if I do it intentionally, then that's abuse. I do not believe in abuse. But he does it unintentionally, okay? And I don't blame him for it. Maybe when I'm, during my moment, during sleeping, I am unconscious. My consciousness is not as clear. Actually, everybody knows when you're sleeping. Maybe that's when I hit him. I do hit him and I do feel sorry sometimes. And I'm like, why the hell are you digging your nails into me? But that I understand why. It's just that during that moment, I try not, or my so-called consciousness is not in its place. Now, if you are wondering why all dogs do that. All dog needs to touch you. The dog will touch you. The dog will try to put his foot on you. The dog would, some dogs, like I said, will sit on your toes or whatever. He'll just flop right on your toes. He'll just put his head on top of your feet if you're close to him, or he'll sit right next to you and just rub against you. Here's the reason, here's the real reason that a lot of people do not know, and probably I am, again, the first person in the world to tell you this again, okay, is that he is discharging his energy. And it makes him feel good, that's why they rub against you. Get it now? And like I stated before, no one will tell you this. There are a lot of videos out there saying, oh, because the dog loves you, oh, because of the blah, blah, blah. I am sorry to tell you. I am sorry to tell you right now, that is not true. And pretty much the same way as people hold hands in churches. No, you holding your hands in churches does not bring you closer to God. Okay, I do believe in a God. I do not believe in Jesus Christ. I do not believe in Buddha. I do not believe in Allah. I do not believe in these fake gods. But I do believe in a supreme being, which is what we call a God. Because there's so many beautiful things in this lifetime. I see beauty. I see beauties in everything. I see beauties in a lot of things that people don't see. I can see a lot of distinctive things. Probably, I don't know if I ever mentioned in other videos. I see leaves differently. I see trees differently. I see every bird sings differently. I can feel the wind. I can feel the rocks behind on my feet. I can feel every single thing in this lifetime. I don't know. Maybe because I have discovered something. I don't know. And that leads me to respect. And that's one thing about myself that I am very proud of. And I will say it again and again and again and again, that I respect. I learned to respect. I've learned how to respect. I've learned how to respect him. I've learned how to respect my surroundings. I only disrespect when people disrespected me. That's it. But if they are respectful, I will pay that same respect back. And that's what led me to discover a lot of things. That had led me to, maybe they call it down to earth. Or at least I think I am down to earth. Or at least I think that I try to be down to earth. Maybe that's where that come from. Also too, is that a lot of people, I don't know if they don't see the things that I do. But by doing that, by going that route, I was able to respect a lot of things. And maybe that's where that term come from. It's called down to earth. Now, maybe this is it. Maybe that's what they needed. It was just a ground bracelet to get them down to earth. Anyway, so basically, and I will draw you this diagram now, is that why are we grounding and how are we grounding, okay? Is that everybody have a voltage in them. And if you hear my other videos or something like that, there's certain videos, I'll probably link it to here too, is that we are a battery ourselves. And that's how our body communicates. That's how our brain sends signals. A repair, for instance, like I had my finger cut long ago, which I have another video how I healed it. I healed it by myself. During that healing period, it was like ding, 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 ding. Like it was sending an army to go and fix my finger. My finger, in case anybody don't know or something like that, I was a kid, and my finger got caught in a lawnmower, and it took part of it off, and it was a stupid thing. Yes, I do admit I was stupid, but it was an accident because I wrapped a towel around my finger and it got yanked into it. So I was an idiot and I was stupid, and I have no shame of admitting that either, because I was stupid. Was or is, or maybe even still. But at that time, I was stupid. Well, is stupid. Anyway, so I have no shame of admitting those things, because that's how I am. If I am an idiot at certain things, teach me. I'll be gladly to tell you that I'm an idiot. So I have no shame on those. It's the people who have shame on being an idiot. It's the one that doesn't learn. But the one who admits, like, I'm an idiot. Yes, you are, but learning from an idiot, it's where you become not to be an idiot. That's how that works. Anybody can be an idiot. I'm an idiot sometimes. Well, most of the time, sometimes. Most of the time to a lot of people, but sometimes to me. And I admit to myself, some words that I choose or the way I write, sometimes people think it's that I'm being an idiot. That I'm being an idiot. But when I write things, it's pretty much like distinctive writings. But anyway, so because of all that, I was able to discover about grounding. So I am actually grateful for that. I am very grateful for a lot of things. I'm grateful that I am able to do a lot of things that a lot of people can't. I am grateful for a lot of things that I can do that people go to college for 8 years cannot do. So, like for instance, I never went to school for cars. I can fix all the stuff in the cars. Next videos, I'm gonna start teaching people how to fix tractors. Like, my dad would never let me touch the tractors, to be honest and truthfully. Just recently, like just this year, he started letting me touch the tractors. I have no knowledge of tractors, okay? I haven't even seen the whole video of any of the tractors, but I can guarantee you, I can fix it. So that's my next. There are going to be a few videos of fixing things on the tractor. Anyway, but remind you, I have no knowledge of that. We have a tractor that we use it for around the property, and now I'm a little grown up a little bit. I am able to take things over and do a few things. So, but the thing is that I'm very knowledgeable in a lot of ways. It's just that people don't believe me or believe in me. But at least, like I always tell people, just give me benefit of the doubt at least. Or at least give me a benefit for trying. That's all I ask. I don't ask for much. I don't ask for a lot of things. I become very simple. And I do a lot of things to teach people now. To teach a lot of things. Because, like I said, that a lot of people don't understand a lot of stuff like I do. So, because I understand all this, remember, all this through grounding. And all this through this dog right here. This dog had taught me a lot of things. And surprisingly or not, I am grateful for him every day. And I treat him, he eats what I eat. So if I have steak today, he has steak. I leave him a plate just like everything else, little water, just like everything else. Whatever I eat, he eats. That's what basically is. I don't even give him dog food. I don't even like giving him dog food. And a lot of people are not going to post to that. A lot of people are going to say a lot to that. But you going to know what? He only got one life to live. He loves food. So if he's going to die tomorrow, then so be it. I'm okay with that. At least he have his final meal. His great final meal. Oh shoot. It's already 24 minutes already. Wow. I guess I do talk a lot. Sometimes. But it's probably gonna be an hour video, so if you don't want to learn, I'll post everything on the description and you can just read the description. But this is basically it's about learning process. It's about all the learning process. And I'm not talking about out of my ASS, do I? So if you some people do find it offensive. Like, I don't even know what offensive is. You don't think offensive is when someone's like going at you for nothing, or going out destroying people's property, or destroying people's car, or stealing people's car for joyride, or any of those stuff, committing crimes. You don't think that's offensive? But I'm teaching on a video. I'm teaching people on a video. I'm teaching people how to learn things, or what I've learned and what I want to share. That's offensive to some people. Believe it or not. Crazy? This world's as crazy as it seems. But that's the way it works. Anyway. Sorry if I'm really rambling on. It's just that I rarely talk the way I am, or I do. But sometimes, like I said about my videos, people attack me more than being positive. And this world is not a positive world. If you look around, it is not a positive world. Because if you think about it, like, for instance, an example of a God, if you think about it, they go to church on Sunday, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they commit a crime. And then they dressed up on Saturday, or buy stuff so they can dress up for Sunday morning so they can go to church and pray for their sin. I haven't been into church for a long time. Do you think I commit any sins? Really? Then I would be the most sinner person in the world. But see, here's the difference between myself and those people. I try to live in a respectful way. So, to be honestly, truthfully, I try not to even sorry, my dog is I'm gonna end this video here.